Bali is the westernmost of the Lesser Sunda Islands and is a province of Indonesia. The province contains Bali and a few other smaller neighboring islands, most notably Nusa Penida, Nusa Lembongan, and Nusa Siningin. Bali is located east of Java and west of Lombok. The most populated city in the Lesser Sunda Islands and the second largest in eastern Indonesia, after Makassar, is the province capital, Denpasar. The greater Denpasar upland town of Ubud is regarded as Bali's cultural hub. The province has seen a huge increase in tourism since the 1980s, making it Indonesia's top travel destination. 80% of its economy is based on tourism-related businesses. With 86.9% of the population practicing Balinese Hinduism, Bali is the only province in Indonesia with a significant Hindu population. It is recognized for having highly developed performing and visual arts, including music, sculpture, painting, leatherwork, and both traditional and modern dance. Bali hosts the annual Indonesian International Film Festival each year. Bali also hosted the Miss World 2013 pageant and the World Bank Group and International Monetary Fund 2018 annual meetings. According to TripAdvisor's Traveler's Choice Award, which it also won in January 2021, Bali was named the world's top destination in March 2017. Bali is a part of the Coral Triangle, which is home to a wide variety of marine life, particularly fish and turtles. There are more than 500 types of coral that form reefs in just this region. This is around 7 times as many as there are in the entire Caribbean, for reference. The Subak Irrigation System, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is located in Bali. A unified confederation of kingdoms made up of 10 traditional royal Balinese families, each of which is in charge of a certain region, is also located there. The confederation is the Bali Kingdom's replacement. Although the royal houses predate Dutch colonization, the Indonesian government does not recognize them. Bali is an island that is located 8 degrees south of the equator and is located 3.2 kilometers east of Java. The Bali Strait divides Bali from Java. The island is around 153 kilometers broad from east to west and 112 kilometers long from north to south. It has an administrative area of 5,780 square kilometers or 5,577 square kilometers sans Nusa Penida district, which consists of 3 tiny islands off Bali's southeast coast. The central mountains of Bali are home to several active volcanoes, including Mount Batur and peaks that rise above 2,000 meters. The tallest is Mount Agung, also referred to as the Mother Mountain, an active volcano that is one of the most likely places in the world to see a major eruption within the next 100 years. Late in 2017, Mount Agung began to erupt. As a result of the widespread evacuation, the island's airport was briefly shut down. Mount Agung is the easternmost summit in a group of mountains that extend from the center to the eastern side. The significant rainfall Bali receives from its lofty mountain ranges and volcanic soil has helped to contribute to the island's unparalleled fertility. The majority of Bali's substantial rice production is grown in a vast, progressively dropping plain south of the mountains. Along with producing the majority of the island's rice, vegetables, and cattle, the northern side of the mountains has a steeper seaward slope. The Ayam River, which is the longest river, flows for about 75 kilometers. Reefs of corals surround the island. While beaches in the north and west often have black sand, those in the south typically have white sand. Although small sampan boats can travel the whole river, Bali lacks significant rivers. Apart from the seashore temple of Tanalot, the black sand beaches between Passet and Klating Duku are being developed for tourism, but they are not yet heavily utilized. Near the southern coast, Denpasar, the provincial capital, is the major city. The former colonial capital of Bali, Singaraja, which is situated on the north coast and will be home to almost 150,000 people in 2020, is the island's second largest city. Other significant cities include Kuta, a beach resort that effectively forms part of Denpasar's urban area, and Ubud, the island's cultural hub, which is located to the north of Denpasar. Nusa Penida, Nusa Lembongan, and Nusa Siningin are three tiny islands that located immediately to the southeast of Bali and are all administratively a part of the Klungkung Regency of Bali. The Batam Strait divides these islands from Bali. The Lombok Strait, which divides Bali from Lombok to the east, serves as a biogeographical boundary between the diverse fauna of Australasia and the fauna of the Indo-Malaysia region. After Alfred Russel Wallace, who initially suggested a transition zone between these two important biomes, the transition is known as the Wallace Line. Bali shared the Asian flora with Java, Sumatra, and the Asian mainland when sea levels plummeted during the Pleistocene Ice Age, while Lombok Island and the Lesser Sunda Archipelago remained separated due to the deep waters of the Lombok Strait. Since Bali is only 8 degrees south of the equator, its weather is generally consistent throughout the year. The average annual temperature is around 30 degrees Celsius, 86 degrees Fahrenheit, and the relative humidity is around 85%. Leopards and the unique Bali tiger were two possible huge creatures that called Bali home up to the early 20th century. Leopards can only be found in Java, a neighboring island, and the Bali tiger is no longer alive. However, the banting still exists in its domestic form. In spite of the fact that a tiger in Bali was shot in 1937, the subspecies may have persisted into the 1940s or 1950s. Elephants, rhinoceroses, banting, and enormous tapirs, based on theories that they may have reached up to the Wallace Line, are examples of megafaunas from the Pleistocene and Holocene. The most prevalent huge trees include banyan trees, jackfruit, coconuts, several bamboo species, acacia trees, endless rows of coconuts, and various banana species. There are many flowers to be observed. The island's other regions also have a substantial tourism business, although the south of the island is where it is concentrated. The island's most popular tourist destinations include Kuta, with its beach, its outer suburbs Legian and Seminyak, which once stood alone as townships, Center on the east coast, which was once the only tourist hub, Ubud in the middle of the island, Jimbaran to the south of Ngurah Rai International Airport, and the more recent constructions of Nusa Dua and Pikatu. Painting, sculpture, woodcarving, handicrafts, and performing arts are just a few of the complex and varied art forms that are celebrated in Bali. The food of Bali is extremely unique. Gamelan, a percussion ensemble from Bali, is a highly developed and diverse musical genre. Hindu epics like the Ramayana are frequently depicted in Balinese performing arts, albeit with strong Balinese influences. Pendet, Legong, Baris, and Kikak are among the well-known Balinese dances, the monkey dance. With paid performances at countless temple festivals, exclusive ceremonies, and open performances, Bali has one of the most unique and diversified performing arts traditions in the world. Numerous holidays are observed locally or across the island throughout the year in accordance with the old calendars. A day of quiet is observed in the spring to commemorate the Hindu New Year, Nyepi. Everybody remains home on this day, while visitors are urged to stay put at their hotels. Large, vibrant sculptures of the Ogo-Ogo monsters are paraded the day before the New Year and set ablaze that evening to ward off evil spirits. The Balinese Pelukan calendrical system identifies several festivities that take place throughout the year. Celebrations are held for a variety of events, such as a tooth filing, a ceremony associated with coming of age, cremation, or Odolan, temple festival. Desakalapatra, which alludes to how ritual acts must be appropriate in both the individual and general societal context, is one of the most crucial ideas shared by Balinese rituals. Numerous ceremonial art forms, such wayang kulit and tapping, are extremely improvisatory, giving the artist the freedom to modify the performance to suit the occasion. A loud, raucous setting with lots of activity is required for many events, and the resulting aesthetic, raim, is uniquely Balinese. Frequently, Two or more gamelan ensembles will be playing well within hearing distance of one another, competing occasionally to be heard. The audience members also engage in conversation, move around throughout the performance, or even cheer it on, adding to the Raymes customary flurry of movement. Miss World 2013 was held in Bali, 63rd edition of the Miss World pageant. It was the first time that Indonesia has organized a global beauty contest. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoy the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.